Chapter 64, Hunch. Today is Sunday, February 18th, 2018. After we worshiped the Lord, we all went to the secret spot at Goldfield Park Conservatory. Okay, so do you guys all know why I have called this meeting? Marcus asked. Yes, said Sam. Then why is it? Marcus asked Sam. Because tomorrow is President's Day, and that is the day we were told to go to that Catholic church in Cicero, because the return told us to, Sam answered. That is correct, said Marcus. So what happened? What special precautions do you want us to take? George asked. I want everyone to pack for this as if it were an overnight thing, said Marcus. Really? I asked. Yes, really, Marcus answered. Why? I asked. I don't have a hunch on what the return wants us to do, Marcus answered. What do you mean? I asked. I don't know if we are going to meet the return tomorrow or not, Marcus answered. I see, I said. What if it is more than one night, Sam asked. All schools in the Chicago vicinity have Monday and Tuesday off, so we must get this all done by Tuesday, Marcus answered. The University of Chicago included, I added. So tomorrow, we need to wake up and head out, said Marcus. I have all my work done, I said. Me too, said Sam. Me three, said George. Good, I have mine done too, said Marcus. So what time are we leaving? I added. Meet us outside your building at 8 o'clock, Marcus answered. Then what are we going to do? I asked. Take the pink line to 54th and Cermak, Marcus answered. Okay, I answered. Make sure all four of us have our backpacks loaded, said Marcus. With what? George asked. With luggage, Marcus answered. What is the excuse you were going to tell Mom and Dad? Sam asked. We're going to tell them we're going to explore presidential monuments around Chicago, Marcus answered. Should that be what I told my parents? I asked. Yes, Marcus answered. What if it becomes overnight? George asked. You know how Mom and Dad, or if we find affordable shelter, they don't care, Marcus answered. Same with my parents, I said. Good. So are we set on what we were supposed to do, Marcus asked. Yes, Sam, George, and I all said once. Then I guess I will call it a meeting, Marcus said. We then began walking back toward Conservatory / Central Park Drive Green Line station, and it said it was going to be about an 8-minute wait to catch the next Green Line train to Ashland and 63rd. I need to stop in Robbinsog for a minute, I said. What for? George asked. Do you want to get rid of me? I asked George. No, George answered. I left my purse there by accident. Oh, okay, said George. I lied. Then Marcus, I could see, was having a thought because I could see that he was lifting up and studying his cane. What are you thinking about, Marcus? I asked. Hannah, can you run me a quick favor? Marcus asked. Sure, I answered. How much is it for 3 more canes like mine? Marcus asked. $75. Why? I asked. Because I think you and my brothers are going to need them, Marcus asked. What for? What for? Sam asked. That way we have weapons in case we get into a fight, Marcus answered. But you broke yours at a fight in Mom's hospital, George asked. I know, but I feel like if a physical fight breaks out tomorrow, that if we have 4, we have more to lose, which is a good thing, Marcus answered. Well, why not just us use the weapons in the box we found at the public storage facility? George asked. Because I don't know, because I feel like that's too extreme. We just want to beat people up if we have to, not kill them, Marcus answered. No. Now I was finally able to see where Marcus was coming from with this weapon analogy. I'll do it and I'll pay for it, I said. No, I can pay for it, said Marcus. No, seriously. No, if we seriously think to return as a criminal, we must do whatever we can to stop her. I'm going to make you those canes, and I will pay for it, I said. Okay, said Marcus. Thank you, said Sam. George then hugged me. Thank you, said Marcus, trying to be more polite. You're welcome, but I need to pick up my purse first, I said. Remember, we don't need them painted to our favorite color. We just write our names on the bottom, said Marcus, lifting his cane up, which had the words Dr. Morcassius printed at the bottom. Okay, I said. Our Green Line train to Ashland 63rd then pulled in, and it was a 20-minute ride on the Green Line to Adams and Wabash, and then it was a 2-minute walk into Robbins-Og. So where do you think your purse is? Marcus asked when we entered Robbins-Og. I think I left it on your bed when you and I made out before we worshipped the Lord, I said. And sure enough, it was right there on Marcus's bed. However, when I entered, I heard a noise coming from his parents' room. Do you hear that noise? I asked. No, so be quiet, so that way, if it is something important, so that way I know if it is something important or not, answered Marcus. It sounded like Marcus's mother was whimpering from her bedroom. Okay, I better check on this, said Marcus. Be careful, I said. Sam, George, and Hannah, please stay in here and brace yourselves for a scream, said Marcus. Okay, I said. I then saw Marcus leave the room and shut the door. I couldn't hear Marcus at all because of how many walls there were between me and him, but I was able to hear his mother scream at the top of her lungs very well because there was only one wall between me and her, and the words, "Get out!" but the volume was significantly reduced, which was good. Marcus then came back into the bedroom. What is she doing? I asked. Whimpering, Marcus answered. Is Dad in there? Sam asked. Yes, Marcus answered. What was he doing? Sam asked. Taking the fact that his wife was crying on his bare chest, Marcus answered. What was he doing well? Sam asked. He wasn't crying, Marcus said. Is he doing okay? Is he doing okay? Sam asked. He seemed to be doing fine, but Mom was whimpering onto his bare chest. Marcus answered. Why? Sam asked. I'll let you answer that for yourself, Marcus answered. How long were we gone? George asked. About an hour and a half, Marcus answered. Did they seem to be in a rush when we were leaving? George asked. To answer the question in the most appropriate way possible, yes, his shirt was definitely off, answered Marcus. I cringed a bit. Things were definitely not going well, Marcus said. But he wasn't crying, and I thought Daddy is always happy with his shirt off with Mom, George asked. Oh, George, I have no idea why we taught you some of the stuff you know about what Mom and Dad do in your bedroom, said Marcus, crying, cringing, and laughing. Sam and I both laughed. It is okay, though, said Marcus. Are they happy or sad? George asked. Sad after happy, Marcus answered. What made them sad? George asked. Probably something related to her mobility issues, said Marcus. Why would that be brought up in their room after doing adult cuddling? George asked. I then laughed. Because Mommy and Daddy are a team, and they go through good and bad times together, answered Marcus. Just like us, said Sam.